We got some acting skills on this.
The movie is better than that.
Those guys.
The
I
movie
couldn't
is
even
better than
recognize them.
So there must be a reason. Yeah.
Hey,
what?
great job, Reginald.
I'm telling you now.
Thank you
did,
there, Sir Charles.
We did a dance scene in the movie, and you ain't gonna believe Reggie's
This
moves.
is-
Tell him see where.
Red's
Tell
like
him see
this.
where. Yeah. Remember that movie? Yeah. See where.
If people are just joining us, please, if people are just joining us, Reggie and C, explain. It's the Uncle Drew movie, correct? What is all yours involvement in it?
Well, we had the lifetime opportunity. We're going to open a movie, June 29th, the Uncle Drew movie. Obviously, this is a takeoff from Kyrie's Pepsi commercials where he's Uncle Drew and he goes to parks and plays guys. Well, for some reason, they made a screenplay of it, and Chris plays the preacher man. I'm Lights. Big fella is Shaq.
Big fella.
And Lisa Leslie is your wife in the movie.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Betty Lou.
Yeah, she chased me around the world.
Nate Robinson is Boots.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute joy. We shot this all in Atlanta for a month straight, and every day going to the set, it was unbelievable.
It's a lifetime memory, EJ, to be in this movie.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I think the movie's going to be great. I mean, I really do think it's going to be like for the kids, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But if it's not, it's because of our acting. Because the script is great. It has a lot of heart, and working with Big Fella, we had a lot of fun, man.
Chuck, the funniest part is when we out there shooting the basketball scenes, the little extras really wanted to play.
And Shaq got mad. Hold on, let me tell this story. So we have extras that's never played before, and somebody started talking junk to Shaq. And he was like, oh, y'all really want me to come up out there? Now, we couldn't walk the next day, but I think that was the last time in my life I dunked.
And Charles and Kenny,
Okay.
you guys will appreciate this because we've all seen basketball movies, and we know when the guys are giving it their all. When when you see a good basketball movie if they're bringing it, and that was one thing that we wanted to. The basketball scenes were so authentic because we changed it. Because whoever they hired at Lionsgate to come up with some of the,
Hey, Shaq, what did I tell the guy?
Careful, Reggie.
No, it was a guy. It was a guy.
they were good.
Basketball.
Wait, how
when
could
this
it be
is
real basketball with you guys? It was a guy.
2018.
Wait, it was a guy drawing up a play, and he goes, I said, can I tell you a play? He goes, well, I don't know. And I'm like, I played 15 years.
Yeah.
I don't need your fake play over here. And
The
Shaq,
basketball scenes are off the chain.
Yes,
They're
they
in
All
this.
right. I
Off the
cannot wait to
chain.
not watch.
Okay, we guys, we look.
This is not
forward to that.
Thunderstruck. This is not Thunderstruck. Okay.
Reggie and C-Web, we look forward to that, obviously. We also look forward to Game 5
Hey,
of
can I
this.
ask him a question?
Yeah, can we talk about the game, maybe?
That's what I was going to talk about.
That's what
I'm not
I-
getting a dime from Uncle Drew. I want to talk about the game.
Chuckster, you had to interrupt me asking a question about the game so
Let's
you
talk
could
about
ask a question about
Hey, so, guys, give me your opinion on what y'all saw
Let me
tonight
have
and
his
going
mic.
forward.
I saw the toughness of Houston. I saw the reason why they brought Chris Paul in here. Them withstanding Chuck that first 12-0 run, that could have gotten ugly and uglier quickly. And I see Tucker, he had 16 rebounds tonight, even though he didn't score a lot. I really was impressed with the poise of Houston and the fact that you said it earlier, this might be good that the run happened so early so they can withstand it. And for them to come back in this tough environment, I didn't know if they could do that.
Look, I was critical of James Harden in Game 3, especially his defense. And he was the reason why late in that first quarter and all of the second quarter, while they got back in the ball game, his toughness at the defensive end, coming up with those 2 steals, but his shot making. I know he only had 6 points in the second half, but he set the tone for the rest of the guys the way they played defensively. I thought they extended their defense. They were picking up full court, 3/4 court. Now the question is, they cannot relax when they go back home 2-2.
So, Reggie, what happened to the Warriors' offense down the stretch?
Isolation.
ISO.
They've fallen into what Houston does. And that's how Houston plays. But when you watch Golden State, it's all about ball movement, man movement, passing the ball 300-plus times. They've become an isolation team, predominantly Kevin Durant.
Hey, when you guys look back at this 48 minutes now, tell me the impact of not having Andre Iguodala in there, and in terms of manpower, in terms of rotations, in terms of minutes played by others.
It meant so much because what it does is it kind of messes up the pitching rotation later in the game. Draymond Green had to stay in a little bit longer since he was the main guy on defense. Think about it. When the Warriors get into their fast break, whoever's won fast break points in this has won the game. And they needed Andre Iguodala to rebound, to push the ball. And also, when he's in, Reggie, it's a lot more passing going around. And I think even Thompson, who may be a little bit hurt, missed Iguodala, who really looks for him tonight.
Something to watch, too. You just mentioned it about Klay Thompson. He was playing on adrenaline after that knee or ankle injury. It's going to be curious to see 48 hours later, how well is he going to be come Game 5? His mobility, he made shots, but he wasn't quite the same after that injury.
I have another question for you guys. You know, you've both been in series where you've been down, it's been tied. And sometimes you win a game and you go, man, we got that. That's uncharacteristic of us. What do you think is sustainable for both teams that you look at and say, well, they really don't do that, but it is sustainable?
Well, tonight, even though Eric Gordon was 4 of 14, him attacking the basket, I think, was contagious for others because he just didn't settle. And I think, Kenny, when they go home, with all that's happened in the Houston area, how passionate those fans are, I think what can be sustainable, number one, is their effort. That should never be questioned. But secondly, can they penetrate, get to the basket? Because they're going to shoot threes like crazy. But can they get those easy layups and start going to the basket, getting guys in foul trouble? They had Steph Curry with 3 early in the game, and I think that was because their aggressiveness going to the cup.
And, guys, P.J. Tucker, 0 of 4 from the field, only 4 points. But to me, he was the heart and soul of Houston. 16 rebounds.
Wow.
16 rebounds.
Fellas, even with Golden State losing, do you think they're really worried in the locker room? Or do you think they're going to say, we had way too many turnovers, we didn't shoot the ball well, we know what we have to do, we're the champs? What do you think their mind state is right now?
Well, they're the champs. And if there's a team that can go into your building and dominate, we saw that in Game 1, it's the champs in Golden State. They have the firepower, but they've got to get back to Warriors basketball, and that's more ball movement. They become very heavily isolated team with Kevin Durant. Tonight he shot, 9 of 24. Out of character for him. He was great in games 1 and 2, being very efficient, but better ball movement here for Game 5.
Yeah,
Guys,
I don't think Golden State's worried.
Guys, you have a monitor down there, correct?
We do.
Okay, I understand from Jeremy Levin, our producer, that yes, there was a photo opportunity.
Oh, my
The
God.
glamorous life. Oh, you guys don't understand.
Y'all don't know.
Look,
Y'all don't know.
high
That was my
school
wife
and
in high school.
college
Yeah.
crush right there.
Oh, he's like
Without
the only one.
Fanboys.
You're the only one out of millions of people.
Don't Kenny sound jealous.
Yes.
You want to come down?
No, I got my picture. I got my picture.
You got to
Instagram.
see.
You hating on us?
Check my Instagram. I got my picture.
We love you, Sheila. We love you.
She had her shoes off, too.
Oh, man.
man.
Oh, you got a foot fetish, don't you?
No.
On that note, we're heading to break.